Home ownership may no longer be a top economic priority for many Americans. At least that's according to one survey. 28% of Americans felt that having enough money to retire was most important, while only 11% of those felt home ownership was the top indicator of financial success. Joining me now for more details, someone who has been in the process of purchasing a home, Bloomberg's own Olivia Stern. So what do you think about this?
Well, first of all, my own home search is going swimmingly well. You'll be happy to know that I have been outbid on 3 apartments here in Manhattan. It is a seller's market in New York City. That is not news to anybody, but perhaps what is news is all these surveys and polls that are coming out showing that home ownership is just no longer a core component of the American dream. Millennials in particular, according to one new survey from the Urban Land Institute, 40% of millennials believe that they just don't have any hope that they are going to ever be able to afford to buy a home. 47% of them think that they just don't have sufficient credit to buy a home. And, of course, you know this is a generation that is saddled in student debt.
It's ironic, though, because if you take a look at the home and mortgage-backed security debacle of 2007, 2008, and then the subsequent decline in home prices, affordability went way up in 2009.
Affordability went up in 2009, yes. But if you look overall, wages have not kept up with the appreciation of home prices. Home prices are not back to where they were in 2006. Everybody's trying to figure out whether or not they're going to get back there. A lot of people like Sam Zell say, no, there has been a structural shift. We are not going to see millennials create homes. The level of home creation is just not going to go back to the norms of the 60s and 70s. Other people are more hopeful.
Well, there you have it there. The home ownership quarterly rate there declining over the last 5 years.
The home ownership rate is at a 20-year low. The rental rate is at a 30-year high. Rent prices are going up, so some people are hoping that millennials are actually going to start trying to buy homes, but they just don't, it seems, have sufficiently good credit. And until renters become more optimistic about their economic future, they will not be convinced to buy homes. But as I just explained, the real wealth creation has come from owning assets and owning homes in particular. So until they buy homes, there will be little reason to celebrate home ownership.
And indeed, if you have rising costs for rentals, there'd be a point at which people will do the calculation and say it is more economically intelligent to buy a home than it is to rent a home based on inflation and the increasing value of the underlying asset.
That's my calculation, because, of course, in this country, you could deduct your mortgage payment. If I buy a house in Manhattan, I can end up spending less money than I do on rent.
Amazing.
If I can only buy one.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. We'll work on that for you.